Alrighty, guys, Kentucky survives against Chattanooga, or Kentucky lays an egg. That's somewhere in between, I guess you could say. So Kentucky wins 28-23. Levis struggled, but he did have 2 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. He had some big passes down the stretch. Disappointing game for Kentucky. And this is, well, once again, this is why you can never really get too high on Kentucky. You never really can get too excited because of things like this. And, of course, the Missouri game the week before. It lets you know, even though Kentucky is 3-0, which is great, we could easily, be 1-2. But we pull off the win, and people will say that's all that matters. But the problems are there for Kentucky. The problems are there, and I think a big problem we're going to have is pass defense, or just defense in general. Copeland had 1 touchdown, 1 interception for Chattanooga. Kentucky ran the football reasonably well, not great. Rodriguez 46, Smoke 39. Levis had 3 carries for 18 yards. And then Ollie, the wide receiver, had 11 yards. Cummins touchdown for Kentucky. Epps. Ollie had 5 for 53. Robinson had 8 for 111. He's playing great for Kentucky. And I'm hoping maybe it was just one of those games where Kentucky overconfident, very feeling good about themselves after the Missouri game, even though they really shouldn't have. But they're feeling good about themselves after the Missouri game, and they just. And another thing I think hurt Kentucky, I know I hate to bring it up, but the lot of empty seats at the arena for Kentucky there on Saturday. So Kentucky survives Chattanooga, and that's the way I'm going to look at it. Somewhat disappointed with it. Now we go take on South Carolina, who is 2-1. Let's see. Yep. They won their first game 46-0 against Eastern Illinois. Then they won 20-17. Then Georgia smacked them 40-13. So what makes this game, of course, difficult for Kentucky is we're struggling right now. We're not playing our best football. I really was hoping we could come in there and, 40 points, 40-10, 35-12 or whatever, something like that, and feel good going into the South Carolina game. So what this has done more than anything, it's made you question Kentucky more than you normally would. You're always going to question Kentucky, especially on the road in the SEC, no matter who we play. South Carolina, don't know what to expect from them. I watched them a little bit during the Georgia game. But, we're 3-0, and it's going to be a hard one for us. I think Kentucky, if they play like they can play, they can win this game easily, I think. I want to see how Levis plays on the road. This is one thing I'm very excited to see also, how well Levis plays on the road. I'm just a big believer in the passing game right now. I really am. I'm glad we are passing it more, even though it's not looking that great somewhat. But Levis, let me check out Levis right quick. I just love saying Levis, I guess. But overall for Levis, I think he's got what? Let's see. I want to look at it. 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's turning the ball over. I think he haven't had a fumble. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But that first game, I was like, man, this guy, he's gonna be it. But then he regressed a little bit. 4 touchdowns his first game, 1 his second, and 2 his third. But he had interceptions in all those games. He's had at least 1 interception in every game. So, don't know what to expect. I am glad they're still passing the ball and not giving up on it. That's one thing I'm glad about. They're not just going to run the football. Cohen's trying to implement more of a passing game. And I think maybe the passing game will continue to grow as the year goes on. But, that first game I got maybe a little bit too excited about Levis. But I still think the potential is there. And we're going to see how it goes starting this Saturday. So we're playing South Carolina. Let's see. I want to check out what time we're playing here. So, not too excited about Kentucky right now. I'm just not. It's like this every year, seems like. One year I just hope we could. I know it's fantasies and all this, but every year it's always I want to see Kentucky compete for a national title once in my life. Go to the playoffs. I mean, I know it's a lot to ask for when you're Kentucky. I know that, but I think we get lucky once in a while. So South Carolina game, then Florida, then LSU, then Georgia. So we've got it coming up, people. The pain is coming, especially if we lose to South Carolina, because Florida's coming up. Even though they barely lost, they're still a great team. Of course, they're top 25, top 15 team. Check out LSU. I hate to look ahead, I know, but LSU's undefeated, 38. They won 38. Let's see. No, they've lost their first game. Okay, then they won their last two. So anyway, we'll see. I'm going to pick Kentucky to squeak by South Carolina, but I hope we can. This will tell us a lot also how we compete against them when the Georgia games and Florida games coming up, because, Georgia pretty much smoked South Carolina. It would be nice if we could smoke South Carolina, but the way this team's playing, I just don't see it right now. I don't see it. Hopefully we can pull it out, but this is going to be a hard game for us. I think it's on the road, and hopefully Levis doesn't throw like 3 picks or 4 picks. I mean, you never know. You never know. But they're letting him, pass it. You know what? Last year's Kentucky team, it just been nonstop running. Especially with a game being close like that. So, I'll pick Kentucky to win this game. South Carolina, it's going to be a nail biter. I'll say Kentucky 24, South Carolina 21. But let's hope Kentucky shows me something and shows the fans something. And also, I think that Chattanooga game, like I said, I think a big part of the problem with that game is a lot of fans didn't show up. A lot of empty seats. And week before with Missouri, it was packed. So we'll see how it goes. I'll pick Kentucky, but I'm not very confident. I would say maybe 65% confident. I wouldn't even say I'm 70% confident. They got to show me something. And maybe they will, because we need to win this game going into the Florida game. Pretty much, because if you don't, you know what that means, though. So we'll see. So that's pretty much it, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching. Go Big Blue. Let's win it. Let's win that national title. Let's win that SEC East. We'll see. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Go Big Blue. Toodles.